Well, it actually happened. One of the people that Ethan Klein took to court over the copyright infringement of his Hasan Nuke, whatever it was called, I forget the name of it. But anyway, that showed his content on stream live under the pretense of don't watch it on Ethan's channel, watch it during my stream so I can make money off of it and you don't have to give money to Ethan. That brief wrap up of that whole thing. One of the defendants in this case, Kaceytron, acquiesced, settled with the Kleins, and made an apology video. Now, I think this is one of the dopest, either, I don't even want to say you pulled their punk card, you got them to own up, whatever. I'm just sitting back laughing my ass off on this. I find this so satisfyingly enjoyable. And this is from someone who doesn't particularly like the Kleins, okay? So don't come here and say like, oh, another stupid white Zionist supporting another Zionist, whatever. No, fuck Netanyahu and fuck the Kleins. I've made videos about them in the past. But that aside, take the argument elsewhere if you're going to bring it here. That aside, seeing Kaceytron, and I get that she was reading from a scripted spiel, that it wasn't her words off the top of her head. You can even see her eyes darting back and forth. She's obviously reading something in an apology video. But to sit there and have to say things like members of the H3 staff that she called cowardly for not quitting are very pro-Palestinian, like AB and his wife, and that Hasan Piker had promised her financial and emotional support and gave her none. I know people were going to say like, "Oh, what was Hasan supposed to do? Pay for the litigation costs of everyone that's in his umbrella of influence?" No, but something a little bit better than absolutely nothing would be a start. So it paints Hasan like a completely unsupportive douchebag in all of this. It's a complete win for Ethan Klein. It's a complete win for copyright protection, which, I hate to tell you, Kaceytron, Denims, and Frogan have next to zero ground to stand on in this case. And I know people are going to say, like, well, Ethan has insurmountable more amounts of money than Kaceytron does. He can drag this litigation out as long as he wants to in case he can't compete. If you're any sound-minded attorney, and this is quote-unquote no case at all, as Kaceytron, Denims, and Frogan will tell you, then you would stick this out and they would tell you we are going to get damages back that cover the cost of cover the court costs. But realistically, every sound-minded lawyer is like, settle. It only makes sense. There is no ground to stand on here. You violated copyright. Settle. That is your option. Or drag this out and have more litigation costs out of your pocket. And trust me now, oh boy, I have a feeling we're going to see a Frogan and Denims video very soon with the words apology and Ethan Klein in the same sentence. Anyway, this is fabulous. I'm sorry, I'm just like my schadenfreude for seeing moronic people have to grovel in sympathy, wallow in the muck of avarice, as Jake the Snake Roberts would say. I love this. Absolutely love this. This is so fascinating. And I just love, again, I love seeing dumb people get their comeuppance. Anyways, they're going to sit there and tell you that there's no case at all here. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to get litigation on my side and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, how did that work out for you, Kaceytron? All your past words about this look completely dumb. The people expecting some sort of handout from multimillionaire Hasan Piker, who's going to sit there and preach about eat the rich, America's the worst country in the world, and blah, 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 blah. But he'll sit here and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes that buy bombs that drop on Palestine. Anyway, why does Hasan live in America anyway? Like, he doesn't have a wife or kids here. Why doesn't he just move to, communist China they love so much? I mean, just that side note, why would he continue to pay taxes here? Just think about that. That's your thinking assignment for the day, guys. Anyway. So anyways, Mr. Eat the Rich, though he dressed like one of the biggest capitalist whores out there. I'm anti-capitalist. Now look at my $6,000 drip. What a douchebag. Anyway, that minor tangent aside, but he's a whole different douchebag for a different video. What do you guys think? Did you honestly think that Kaceytron or Denims or Frogan stood a chance at all in this court case? Because, like I said, Kaceytron's lawyers, if there was any chance of being successful in this case, they would take it to trial. There's no doubt about it. If there's quote unquote no case at all here, people, donate to my GoFundMe, which is now going to the Kleins. Anyway, what do you guys think? Did you honestly think that this was going to make it to court, and that if Frogan or Denims do actually make it to court with this and don't settle beforehand, do you think they actually stand a chance of winning this? Anyways, screw Netanyahu, screw Hasan Piker and his ridiculously capitalist lifestyle, though he espouses, I'm the socialist, I'm the communist, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and you know, just one last thing. I'm not offended by people that dress expensively, you know, but if you are going to dress like you're like a Persian god king from the movie 300, then don't bark out against the capitalist system that affords you that lifestyle, you dickhead. That is all.